Life's ups and downs, they come and go. That's T.I.'s lyrics. What goes around comes back, you know. I'm gonna save my strength and not belt out that whole song, but I don't want Will to be the only one I get vulnerable with and talk to about the nature of my favorite tracks that got me through some suicidal times in my life, and it's still one of them. It's on T.I., one of his albums. T.I. versus T.I.P. maybe. T.I. versus Tip. There's a roach just crawling on my, maybe the same one from last night. I hadn't gotten him yet. I honestly forgot he was in here. I'm gonna tell you something. When I was a child, when I knew I was gonna be king, I used to do king-like things. I used to sneak and do king things. I used to prop my feet up and rest and just sit in a chair and say it was my throne. I knew one day I would be king and I would do. I'm recalling this memories from I'm talking like 4 or 5 years old, when my former family wasn't around, when mother wasn't home, when brothers, I'm gonna disassociate them too, when brothers weren't home. These are the things I did when I had the house to myself. I would go sometimes outside if inside didn't feel safe, and I would sit on her chair and call it my throne, and I would be the emperor, the king. And I knew one day it would happen. I didn't know when. I didn't know. Most of the time, I didn't know if I'd be young. I didn't know if I'd be old or gray. I really didn't know. I knew I wasn't going to be in that situation forever. Even though it felt hopeless. So it's something I don't want to carry to my grave that only Will knows. I love the names, the ones that I remember, that T.I. gave his children. Deja, Damon, and King. It's 4 that he claims. He got more than that that he is not claiming. But Deja, Damon, and King, I thought those were really unique and pretty names. And just hearing him, whether he's in the home or not, I don't know if he is, but just talk about them in his lyrics and the love in the lyrics. Maybe he wishes he was that type of father. Whatever he put into the song was hypnotic. Even if he isn't that person, he wants to be that person that is in those lyrics. He wants to be that dad. He wants to be that guy. I never knew till now. I thought he was a good dad, but you really don't know unless, he fathers you, and then you can, only his kids would know that. But the lyrics continue to get me out of suicidal thoughts. Like, they got me through Mobile, got me through Mississippi, and they're getting me through right now. This that a man, a person could love in this way. It goes the same with a woman. There are some women that hate kids, hate people. But there's women who could love, and it would sound to me the same if a woman said it. And that's what Will told me. When I used to recite his lyrics, he was like condescending. I didn't know he was complimenting me, because it was very rare for Will to be nice to me. He said, "That's very impressive that you know his kid's name and that you can recite those lyrics." And so it's either way. If a woman can love someone other than herself and herself, he was complimenting me in those moments, and I didn't know it. I'm looking at my feet, and I'm looking at how weird the feet look as we get old. And I hated I had to turn the lights on. I was in here laid up and relaxing, and that same roach from last night that was on my mouth, maybe it was him, maybe it was another one. I didn't investigate it yet. I get the chalk lines drawn and shit, but It will come a time when I will do that, but yeah, he was crawling on my glass, and I had to get the light on, and I lost my moment to get him because that moment where I went to turn the light on, we all done been through this. You got roaches in your house, your crib. You come back to that same spot you just seen him, and the light come on. He know he ain't supposed to be up in here. He disappeared. He disappeared because the light came on. He about to catch his ass, so he know he ain't supposed to be there. He all of a sudden scats. He know he ain't supposed to be in your house. He know you don't want him there, because if he thought that, he would still be where you left him. But he's like, oh shit, lights on, I gotta go. They are stupid, but they're smart. I've been studying them. They're smart stupid, so they know they ain't supposed to be in your dwelling, and they know you don't want him there because he was still. I don't know if that was the one that was on my mouth from last night, but that also lets me know I got a good score that Loki, I'm trying to call it Loki. That Loco, that beer I got was a good score because the roach keep trying to get it. He been after it since I come home with it. He ain't getting shit. Other than the remnants that's in the can. It might be some left in that can. He can have that, but he ain't getting nothing else. Cool. It's time to close this out. It's time for a new memory. I got some RC Cola that I'm gonna partake of real soon. And that was it on the King thing, because I don't like talking about Will, and I need to rest my vocal cords. Thank you. I love you. I love my fans. Kylie, I love you. I love you. Are more than a fan to me, and but I do love our loved ones. I love our fans. I love the love and support. I even love my haters. You know, the people who didn't. Somebody once said, we did it to prove them wrong. It was a low budget band. I can't remember what the article. It don't matter, but I remember what they said, and that's more important what they said than who they are. They once they got famous and they started winning Grammys and shit, they said their heart kept beating, and they did it to prove people wrong. So I'm doing this to prove people wrong. All the people who said I would never get out of Mississippi, all the people who said I would never have kids, all the people who said I would never have a better job than the ones that I was on, and I got a job in VA right now. And all the people who said I would never hook a good man or a good woman, somebody who is got cash, can provide, and not want my assets. We share our assets, and we trust each other enough to share our assets. So I did it to prove you wrong. Wouldn't piss on fire, I still feel the same way. Oh man, that buzz just hit me. And I wanted my fans to be a part of that too. Hadn't had to taste the alcohol in a while, and I wanted to read you some scripture, but there's no time, and I don't want to blow my phone up from too much hard drive, like pushing my hard drive space too far. This is only one of my devices. I have friends lending me devices, and I don't want to help Tyson, but I'm gonna tell you, I had this guy offer me a flash drive, and I just don't trust the person who's trying to give it to me. So as fun and nifty as flash drives are, I declined that flash drive because there's no telling what he done to it to mod it. And that's just like I deal with too much private intel, and I didn't want to share this moment with that guy. I haven't had a flash drive in a lifetime, and I don't know what happened to all my other ones. Safe to say they were stolen, considering the kinds of people that I was running with, my abusers. A lot of time I scored something good, and Tyson wanted. I had a couple of iPods, then a couple of headphones that I used to, a couple of laptops. I couldn't tell you where those things are, but considering who I was dating, I remember he asked me for that, you know, some people just ask you for stuff just to ask you. That was Tyson. Asked me for the iPod. I said, you know, I really love that thing, and I was like, okay, I gave it to him. And there's no telling over the years how much stuff he did that with, or he just took. And I don't want to think about that and get myself upset, but it's for the best. You know, Mother used to say maybe it's for the best. I'm gonna say maybe that was for the best. It wasn't the best quality, so maybe that was the best for him, and maybe it wasn't the best for me. So, but I hate hanging around somebody who you can't enjoy each other's company because they're always asking you for stuff. And and I don't like hanging around people who want you to ask them for stuff. Like they want you to be dependent on them and don't want you to have your own independence. So that's the kind of thing I done got myself mixed up with some new people that's like that. They want me asking them for stuff. They're pretty dangerous. So it's safer to just ask, even though I don't want to. And got 2 or 3 of them right now I'm dealing with. So.